Hey, I don't got a shoot, I got shooters. I know I'm cooler than the cooler. I know this way you keep your alcohol. I know that I'm out the ball. All of my niggas is savages. Eat up the bone like some scavengers. I know that them fly, I got passengers. I love Jesus Christ and Bible passages. My girl so fly, she have a Merlin. She love the majesty like Merlin. And the boss like a Laker, Irvin. Should've kept it clean like this detergent. Shit, I done let the cat up out the bag. I get naked and let the dick out the sack. Let it breathe, get some air. Baby, please, I'm already there. Decadent creamery everywhere. I represent me, it's a love affair. Smelling the trees, it's a buzzing here. Carry down with the team if we weren't prepared. Hey, this is my style. I do it to get some attention. Hey, the crowd coming wild, so I guess I'ma keep on spitting. Nigga, I borrowed your style, but you won't get no honorable mention. I'm rocking it better than you. I'm making retire no pension. I just get the bread at the food. Apply sandwich bread and make it smooth. My movement gon' move, that's the move. The only option not to lose. Hey, never been scared, you ain't prepared. I ain't sorry. Your breezy clearly walked the ass over here. I ain't sorry. Mad cause you think I ran out with your beer. I ain't sorry. You tripping cause you think I stole your career. I ain't sorry. Hey, you ain't feeling me, no apologies. I ain't sorry. Hey, sorry not sorry. Hey,
I ain't sorry. I don't even feel that bad.
I ain't sorry. Give no fucks about your ass, my nigga. I ain't sorry. You got options. Keep it popping.
That's how we should do it. We should fade it. What's up, Erica? It's just me and you right now.
Whipping the wheel and I come for the deals. Collect the cartel in the building still. Y'all popping the pills. Ask your girl how it feel with my cock in the grill.
What? All right, we're going to stray away from that for the moment. We might get back to that. That was, of course, Rajim, the Black Bishop. Check out his new logo. Rajim got the new logo. That ain't it. Rajim, the Black Bishop, got the new logo. And the new logo came from Tiff B's Services. Hey, Erica, will you do me a favor? Will you go share this link in the Coffee and Bong Hits group? Please. Please. Remember, I made the Coffee and Bong Hits group for just such an occasion. Will you just grab this link, go in there? Or Aaron, will both of you do it? That way it gets seen. Will you just copy this link and then go into the oh, I'm lost. Can't see. Had that big old newspaper looking advertisement in my face. That was like when you're riding your bike really fast in a windstorm and all of a sudden some old random newspaper just flies right, slaps you in the face. Good morning, Miss Jones. Okay, so yeah, for the three of us that are in here right now, welcome to Coffee and Bong Hits. I know it's not just the three of us. Sometimes I forget that this isn't even a visual show. I'd like to thank everybody that's listening right now on the 5 Radio XL. I'd like to thank everybody that's currently listening to this in a podcast form. On iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora, wherever. Shout out to India. Shout out to Canada. Shout out to Norway. Is Norway in the house? Man, you know what's funny is somebody asked me the other day. They said, Jessie, your inexplainable success in Norway might be because of your last name. Are you Norwegian? I was like, I don't know. I know I'm somewhere up there. I know I got some Viking blood. And so then I went to my 23andMe, and sure as shit, I'm 12% Norwegian. Yeah, so I have the DNA from the Vikings that came down into Ireland and Great Britain and plundered, right? But then my DNA is mostly the DNA of the people that were plundered, right? So like, I'm mostly like British and Irish with the Viking DNA, the infiltrator DNA. What's up, ADN? What's up, Lonnie? I see you, player. Man, I did not put the camera on Bird 33 Plaza today, but that doesn't mean we're still not a strong supporter of 33 Bird Plaza. It just means that we don't have any peanuts today. We're running low on the peanut supply. So yeah, I don't know if anybody got to do it or not, but go share this in the Coffee and Bong Hits group that we made for just such an occasion, because I'm looking at the 30-day right now. The 30-day. You know why I got 30 days? I swear to God, I got 30 days because I haven't said this since the 90s, but now might be a good time to invest in Mexican weed. And I caught a 30-day because I violated Facebook's global standards. That's what they said. Facebook applies a global standard, which is fucking crazy. But whatever. But we're supposed to leave Facebook by now anyways. We're just having a little bit of problems. So this is just the universe once again kicking me in my ass when kicking me in my ass. Yeah, so you guys do me a favor and go share this now, because this is gonna be the way. There's no more direct to Facebook feeds. We're not just gonna randomly pop in, but that's way better for the product anyways, man. All those poor people would just show up on a hold on, we gotta check the bottom of my arm. Still kind of flabby. Man, a couple weeks ago, flabby. Damn, man. Anyways, hey, Fenda, go share this show on your Facebook. Erica, go share the show on your Facebook. Adam, Lonnie, tell mofos. I don't really care either way, but I feel bad for the people that aren't going to be able to find us because they're looking around on Facebook and they're dumb. I say all the time, man, you should be watching this on YouTube. You should be watching this. Look, why not just say it right now? You should be watching this on YouTube. You should be watching this on YouTube. Anyways, and apparently I gotta, for me to embed the Facebook, for me to embed the live chat on the website, I need 1,000 subscribers and 4,500 hours of viewership. Right? So, I'm gonna have to pull out some favors. I'm gonna have to do some shit. It's gonna be dope though. Man, Kristen Bowie is such a cool friend. Like, she always gives advice, but her advice always comes with like a pep talk and a dash of realism. Oh man, ADM, where you been? We've been talking about shit about Sandy, Oregon, and that rally for a couple weeks now, I think. Let's see. It wasn't last week. We started, I think, the week before. Remember when I said, if you open up your spade hands and it's all comorbidities, that might be good in rummy, but not good in life. Okay. Man, I just had to, I know I should be getting to the news because the time is ticking. Let me just drop some of our partners real quick so they don't get their feelings hurt. First of all, don't forget urbansurvivorman.com is the home of the best silhouette logo in the business. I'm sorry, Michael Jordan. We're both wearing shorts, but mine are wet. No. Yo, don't forget, man, this show, as always, shout out to the home base in Kansas City, Missouri, KCMO, the 5XL, television, FM radio, satellite, doing it everywhere. So just go get the app. That's all I'm saying. Yo, did I mention that Urban Survivor Man has the best silhouette logo in the business? Did I say that, Momo? You did. You told him already one time. Okay. It's not my fault. Remember this, kids. Don't shop at Plaid Pantry. Remember this, kids. Terry Wheeler's a drunk mayor. I'm going to tell you some shit about that in a minute. Also, this is what I want to tell you. You don't need a mullet on your head if you got a mullet in your heart, or a pair of these sick mullet custom polarized UV fashion hour for the sophisticated gentleman. Also brought to you by Shane McLemore, toys and custom action figures. You don't even need to buy any. Just make your day a better day by going to Instagram and just looking at Shane's toys. Just go look at them. They're great. But they're not on Facebook because Facebook's where babies hang out. People that can't talk about Mexican weed. Okay, remember this, kids. If you're scared of falling in love with real Crocs, if you're like, man, I really need some highly versatile amphibious footwear, but I'm terrified of maybe falling into that trap, and then I'll end up wearing Crocs with jeans. You don't want to be that guy, man. Yeah, Adam, I got straight up I got straight up beef with Sandy, Oregon right now. I try to tell those fools, I was like, yo, you dumbasses, you realize that these I don't even know what to call them, rallies, straight pride parades. They're just a rebranding of the same insurrectionist activities that were festering in Sandy, Oregon all summer. This really ain't even got nothing to do with gays, or families, or values, or obviously not God, because if you look at the man that's organizing these events, man, the man is deplorable. God does not favor him. He did give him a building, though, but it's probably actually Satan that gave him a building. I can't call it, man. This is all I do know, though. This is all I do know, that in this world, in the history of this world, there's been dudes that walked around with superpowers fighting other dudes with superpowers. Right? Like even in the Bible, God was like, you don't want no other gods but me. And then in all the ancient texts, they was like Thoth came to us, or Melchizedek showed up, or Quetzalcoatl showed up, right? Or Viracocha showed up, or any many star brothers or learned any travelers, reincarnates, right? Hermes Trismegistus, shit like that, right? The archangels, the demons that got famous names, right? The demons that pop up every couple 100 years and do some shit, but people got their names. The Roman gods, the Norse gods, the fish-faced star babies, the space crackers. So when I see a person like that dude in Sandy, Oregon, bro, Samson from the Bible, Samson, that dude's knocked down the pillars. Hercules, Osiris, Enki, the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Motherfucker, some dude named Azazel. Like, bro, you can't just have that many consonants. I mean, that many vowels with, and your only consonant's like a Z. You can't do that. That's just a made-up fucking name when your cat stepped on the keyboard. Okay, look, speaking of cats that stepped on the keyboard, I'm gonna go into the worst segue in the world. Speaking of cats that stepped on the keyboard, I'm gonna bring up somebody that has absolutely zero to do with either one of those things. Yo, Jack.
Good morning, man.
Fucking fresh, kind of like a cone head.
Oh, dude, I got the clean shaver with the skull shaver. I'm trying to do that at-home styling.
Like Blade?
Like, yeah, it's like a electric one that you put in your palm and you rub it against your head. It's almost like a massage. It feels nice. I liked it.
Like you would for your face?
Yeah, they make one for your head. And so I did my online snooping of a whole 20 minutes and picked a product and gave it a shot. So
why can't you just use the face one? Yo, everybody's loving you, G.
Dude.
Josh. We want more Josh. With no hat.
Dude, I never not wear hats too. So this whole week has been a weird one for me. But dude, I can't do the razor on my head because my ADD will kick in and I'll get bored halfway through and I'll go do something else knowing I'm supposed to come back, but I won't come back to it. And then I got half a dome. So that takes too long for me.
Oh, that's funny. Man, plus if you wear a hat with a hair like that, it'll just freaking give you like little pimples and shit, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you feel every notch inside the hat.
Well, now we got hecklers, G.
Uh-oh.
Now we got hecklers. Somebody said you look like Telly Savalas. Ma'am, we're going to ask you not to heckle the talent, please. We need one of those signs.
As long as it's good, I'm okay with it.
You know who Telly Savalas is?
Yeah.
That's the dude from the Annie movie. Right? That rich dude from the Annie movie, right?
The old rich dude, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know who he is. I didn't know if it was a burn or not. Look, hold on. That's a swoon looking face right there. Yo, Josh, did you see that the mayor of Portland has been dating a local club DJ?
Wow. I hadn't seen that.
Do you know what club DJs do? A lot of fucking drugs.
I mean, that's a big assumption. Yeah, no.
So this whole time that the mayor is making these decisions, he's fucking coked out, man.
Dude, if it's not an intern that they're banging, it's a club DJ who's supplying them and hooking them up. It's, I'm not surprised anymore. It's getting old.
That means that, look, I got quality because, I'm not only am I a journalist, but I'm also a well-connected person in the city. Yo, I have it on real good authority that Ted and that woman's relationship goes back as far back as when Ted got pepper sprayed downtown, right? And everybody was like, what kind of decision is that? What kind of decision is that would make a mayor go down and get freaking pepper sprayed to make some kind of weird fake hero point? Then you find out he's sleeping with a cokehead club DJ. Bro, mayor's been fucking strung out this whole time.
Dude, it does make more sense that he would do a line and then be like, all right, we're going down. Here we go. Let's go. That fits.
I'm flabbergasted, man. I seen when he first made the Mayor Gang, he started that Mayor Gang, and then him and Sam Adams were bouncing around, and then they got in that fight with the Alpenrose Dairy Air, and he pepper sprayed him. And I was like, yo, man, Ted's just running the streets, getting in freaking scuffles, starting a Mayor Gang. What's next? Is he going to be push and blow? So this whole time, look, you know how it works when a square starts messing with a rad chick and starts absorbing into their life, right? And if that chick is a well-known, notorious fucking cokehead, And that's who Ted. I seen a picture of them up on Mount Hood, but it might have just been a giant pile of cocaine. I don't know.
I do gotta say, I don't know enough about Ted Wheeler's past. Do we know he was a square? Because I could see him still getting to where he is without being a huge square. And that could just be something that he's had to do the whole way through to get to where he's at. And maybe now this is the girlfriend. Now is just an easier convenience.
So, either Ted Wheeler was a square or he was a brilliant master of disguise. Because if you remember, I had some weird authority to speak on this subject because I actually ran against Ted Wheeler for the mayor of Portland, Oregon in 2016. And I had to have a backup plan just in case I didn't win. So my backup plan was to create this montage where I taught this nerd the nuances of the city, right? Because Ted's not from Portland, Oregon. Ted's, from the skirts. He's an heir of a timber empire, right? So he doesn't understand the nuances of Portland, Oregon. He probably doesn't have a lot of black people in his life, growing up or whatever. So I was like, well, if I can't win the election, then what I at least can do is I could try to teach Ted through this montage of learning moments, right? Like, I'll just tell you a funny story. Not funny, LOL, not LOL. So it was the night in my whole life, I've never been so ashamed of this night, okay? It was almost time for the election. I've been teaching Ted all kinds of shit, right? Took him under my wing and just try to show him, because Portland is my city, right? Whether I got the keys to the city hall or I had to force my way in to shut it down, either way, I made him lock the doors. Anyways, that's not the point. So we went to Voodoo Donuts, and it was the mayoral donut eating contest. And there's nothing I despise more than Voodoo Donuts. That fucking cornball dude, Trey, that thinks my name is Jeremy. Ugh, I'm like, bro, my name is not Jeremy. It's Jessie. Sorry, Josh. Like, yo, man. So we're down there, and Voodoo Donuts, that whole intersection represents the biggest disparity and disproportionate display of the haves and the have-nots, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you got all those homeless people, but then you got all those club people all around it. You got all those tourists eating their Voodoo Donuts, right? And they all got like jeans that cost more than anybody would ever make.
Yep.
That is living on the streets right there, right? Those $100 jeans, those people panhandling or playing the drums, they would never make that much money in their whole freaking week. So anyways, I agreed to participate in the Voodoo Donuts mayor eating contest because there wasn't a lot of news opportunities left. And I told myself that if I won that, I could catapult that social proof and maybe push myself over the top. So it was the toughest decision I ever made and the only time I ever feel like I sold out as a politician. And I entered that shit like Kobayashi, bro. Right? It was the donut eating contest, and I got a cup of water, man. And I just took my donut and I double dipped it. And I just like, and then I was like, this is the most disgusting shit I've ever done in my life. I'm humiliating myself. And I look over and my dear friend Sean Davis has already eaten every fucking donut. And I'm still choking on this maple bar that I decided to fucking dip in water. But okay, so right before that, Ted Wheeler and I are standing right outside Voodoo Donuts. And I noticed like all the homeless people are gone. And I noticed that all of the drummers are gone, and all the panhandlers are gone, and all the druggies are gone, and all the people that are peeing on the wall are gone. And it's just like all nice people, and it's like homogenized and sanitized. And Ted looks at me and goes, "This is a really nice spot." And I was like, whoa, bro, you fucking nerd. I was like, Ted, you know they came and got rid of all the real people of Portland. Like, it doesn't usually look like this on the corner of 2nd and freaking Alder or Pine or wherever that is.
Yeah, there was a half-hour cleanup crew before they got there.
God, yes. Cleaning Safe must have came through and just swept everybody out and freaking pressure wash it and burned incense and freaking got little potpourri plugins all over. Sorry, that was a long ass story. But the point is, here's the point. If our mayor during these really tumultuous times has been spending a lot of private time with a known cokehead club DJ, we must. Now, I try to tell people all the time, rich people do drugs too. They're just insulated from the repercussions because they're rich, right? Shit, if I was rich, I would smoke crack all day probably. Like, who cares? Who cares, right? Like, I could just.
If you were rich, you wouldn't need to. They'd give you the prescription version of it, so you can just do it that way.
Yeah, but what if the chick I'm trying to sleep with doesn't have a prescription? I'm not sharing mine. We're gonna have to do cocaine. Okay, let's stay up all night doing coke, and then I got this great idea. I'm just gonna go walk in the middle of the protest. That should get me laid, right, Ted? Man, everybody just does everything to try to get laid, man.
That's how the world revolves, man. If you look at all like the big moves you've made as a man, they all were towards, there's always that inkling that you're going to either impress a lady or the ladies are going to love this. As much as times have changed now, back when we were a little bit younger, things were different. You had to be machismo and all that, You got to pretend to know what the inside of a car looks like and what it does.
Oh, man. So, before I go to Red Panda, when I was a kid, on the back of the comic books, they would have the Charles Atlas, how to be a buff dude, right? And they would have that other guy that got sand kicked in his face at the beach. It was like, don't get sand kicked in your face at the beach. And when I was a kid, I was like, I swear to God, there's two things I know. If I ever go to prison, I'm stabbing the first dude that looks at me. And if I go to the beach, I'm stabbing the first dude that kicks sand in my face. Thanks, comics. P.S.
I never see people kick sand. You just don't see that very often. And by reading the comics, I thought every time I'd go to the beach, I'd see somebody get sand kicked on them. And it just doesn't happen. I've yet to see it. I'm disappointed.
It's the ring around the collar factor. Like, I really thought that as an adult, that was like something we all just would grapple with, right? Like, shit, how am I going to deal with ring around the collar when I get older? What if I can't get that one kind of soap? That just goes to show. They'll just plant seeds in your head, and I still worry about that. Ring around the collar is actually really gross. It's a serious concern. I'm not trying to mock anybody that deals with it, but you should get some tired. Oh, speaking of drunk Ted, hey, this motherfucker is coked out.
Some nice pupils.
Dude, if you see the drink that he's drinking, bro, it looks like a goddamn s'more in a cup. It's got like whipped cream and chocolate drizzles and fucking probably some peppermint schnapps. Like, little pieces of freaking Hershey's bar crumbles. Oh, God.
He definitely does not look like a whiskey neat kind of guy,
So I got drunk with him one time, and we drank ciders. Well, he drank ciders. I drank IPAs, but he drank ciders.
Makes sense.
Okay, look, I'm going to go right back to this in a second. And then, oddly enough, we're going to have a guest come up and join me and you after the bottom of the top of the 1035. And we will talk about cokehead DJs, as a matter of fact. Because if anybody knows the cokehead DJs in town, it's my next guest. Hey, you guys do me a favor. Go while we're playing this Red Panda and go one time and share go share this video. Tell your people, like, we are, we got Ted, we pegged him, we understand, we broke the case. Ted Wheeler's been on cocaine the whole fucking time, man. Bam, 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 bam. That's journalism. Fuck Wolf Blitzer. We're better. We're even Blitzerer. Nothing rhymes with Blitzerer. Okay, maybe Red Panda. I don't know. It is the bottom of the hour. We're a little late. This is Coffee and Bonghits. I'm Jesse. This is Josh Larson, also known as Shut Up Stupid 13. And if you listen to this on the podcast form, please know that you can't set your clock to us today because we're running late. But this is Red Panda riding a unicycle. Man, it's so crazy to me to look at my memories from a year ago right now. Like, you know, I had just come home back to Portland and everybody's fighting over toilet paper and shit. And it was crazy just to think like what I bought. I just bought like Gatorades and freaking spaghetti sauces. I bought a ton of fucking spaghetti sauce, man. How's your show
baked
going?
Beans. That was mine. I did tons of baked beans.
Yeah?
yeah. I was like, oh,
you don't start your way through the Acropolis or the Acropolis.
I figure if we're gonna be out of toilet paper, I might as well go out and with a blast.
Ain't no such thing as halfway crooks, man. We either doing it or we're not doing it. Okay, look. So right now it is 10:35. All of a sudden, we're gonna try to get back on schedule. Everybody knows at 10:35 we play independent hip hop videos from some of our favorite people and the most talented people in the country, but we can get them on our show without messing up copyrights. So that means today, and since it's my show and I don't have a boss and nobody was the boss of me anyways,
right.
Although I can get kicked off some stations, so I do have accountability. If I was ever come faulty. Yo, this is my guy Maldito Villa again. You know why? Because yesterday they said, Jesse, why you play so much Maldito Villa? I said, because I effing can.
They don't understand me. They only want to talk about my broken family. Is mama mad at me? And where's my father at? The school called, and why are we calling back? DHS thinks they got another case. Another Brown family get in this place. Not today, fuck the case worker. Cause my mom's at the job and it works there. Yeah. So when you say hello, I might be mad and reply like a rebel. I don't need help, fuck the offer. And with no father, it made me a little stronger, a little monster. The cops got me bugging, homie. They're looking at me like, why I gotta keep on me? I could explain, but you don't really hear me though. Married to the game, keep my pay and hit the Philly slug. You may hear me, but you don't understand. I try to tell you, but you don't understand. I try to show you, but you don't understand. So just listen. I'm a young brown man. You may hear me, but you don't understand. I try to tell you, but you don't understand. I try to show you, but you don't understand. So just listen. I'm a young brown man. I tried to explain, but they didn't let me. I got the principal and my PO was trying to sweat me. They don't accept me because they didn't take the time. I'm in the struggle, feeling trouble when my mother cried. I saved my pride and held on to my respect. I didn't trip even though I was up to my neck. So I project a broken home that was raised up with a bunch of different drug dealers and some gangsters. And they hate us, they never show the house I love. They only put us on the news when we be fucking up. We watch out when we kick it into town. I straight hit them and give them indigenous sound. I'm straight proud of what I have become. There's no regrets, taking steps, married to the slums. Yeah, that's right. You may hear me, but you don't understand. I try to tell you, but you don't understand. I try to show you, but you don't understand. So just listen. I'm a young brown man. You may hear me, but you don't understand. I try to tell you, but you don't understand. I try to show you, but you don't understand. So just listen. I'm a young brown man.
Yeah, y'all kick some of that shit they can't understand. Yeah, some of that street shit. Yo, and it goes like this. Now peep, let the gang seep like blue smoke a blunt. I'm bald and I'm brown and I don't give a Homie, now what's up? Bring it back like a reaper. Try to do it like me, but you way my deeper. I can give you Nikes, but it would never equal. But you got a problem with the street code, mijo. Listen, you don't got no game, let me kick it. You'll never understand me for the fact you ain't with it. See, the part they don't understand is you were born like this, homie, we didn't adapt to this. You were born like this, we're made like this. But you gonna tell me, homie, what you got to say, dog? Come on now.
You may hear me, but you don't understand. I try to tell you, but you don't understand. I try to show you, but you don't understand. So just listen. I'm a young brown man. You may hear me, but you don't understand. I try to tell you, but you don't understand. I try to show you, but you don't understand. So just listen. I'm a young brown man.
Man, that's my dude. That's my dude. That's my dude.
That was a beat right there. That was nice.
Right? Man, that dude is worldwide, man. Yo, he lives in Hood River, but that dude is worldwide. He connects all over the place. Okay, man, I think we about to have another guest on real quick, but I need to smoke real quick, man. So let me bring up this little part right here where it says bangers, and then let me find the part where it says, man, this part of my computer is, there's a fucking scroller, but it's always so sensitive that if I click it with my thumb, it doesn't work. If I click it with my thumb, it starts disrupting shit because I got big ass hammerhead thumbs. Okay, yeah, so don't forget, the Fat Binger every day is brought to you by Binger Glass Designs. You can only find them on Instagram. That's how you know you're dope. When you don't even need Facebook, you're just like, I'm out of here. So go to Binger Glass Designs on Instagram. If you missed it, it's spelled like this: Binger Glass Designs. Binger Glass Designs. Yeah, tell me what you're smoking on this morning while I get a quick chief out of this. Man, I went and helped out on a farm yesterday. Ugh.
Like a real farm? Like a cows and chickens kind of farm?
Man, just shoveling fucking dirt. Stinky ass dirt.
In my head, you were chasing after chickens and collecting eggs and stuff. I don't know why. Sitting on a hay bale while eating a ham sandwich at lunch.
I'm trying to get back to that. That's what I was doing in Hawaii. That kind of work, sit out fucking bales and chasing chickens. That's the good life, man.
Oh, man. That sounds wonderful.
Yo,
especially in Hawaii.
I'm really about to go do this sailboat thing here in a minute. Like, I don't know, I guess it's going to take like a full year to make everything happen, but a year goes by effing fast.
Yeah, we found that out.
You're planning on going to sail in the South Pacific for a couple years? Man, crazy. A homeboy is like already the dude to do it.
Have you ever been on a big sailboat like that?
Nope, I ain't never even been on an ocean sailboat. But I know I ain't no sucker, so I'll just be whatever.
Right.
I just tie a rope to my foot like Jim Hawkins, right? Again.
I had an uncle who did that. And yeah, he sailed big boats. And so we went from one island to another, from like Honolulu to some other island on a boat. And I remember I was all good. I was like mentally composed. Don't get seasick. You got this. You have a job to do. And then the dude next to me got sick. And then it was over. Like for me, that was it. But it's one of those like, you have a task on that boat. You can't just be sick. You don't get to just kick it. So it's a puke and rally kind of thing of hook and then get that rope, get it going. It's cool though. It's fun. I don't know how many days I could do it though. I got a sensitive tummy.
Man, I got a sensitive tummy too, but I just have to, man. I can't let that stop me from going on the Odyssey, right?
Right.
I'd rather do that than heights. At least I don't have to. Like, don't ask me to climb your tree or nothing.
Dude, it's a trip to like stand on a boat and look around and not see anything. That's something where like, man, that's peace. You know what I mean?
You know, come to think of it, I have been out a couple hours out into the ocean, like in Hawaii, like just on like a dive boat, you know, like one of those tourists take you out, fucking cook you some barbecue, and then you go swimming around, snorkeling around and shit. That's terrifying. Being out in the open water like that is some terrifying shit, man. Fucking shark could just come up and just bite just the tip of your dick off. Not even the whole thing, just the tip of it off. So you start to struggle with this giant, just fucking leaking ass. More sharks coming. It's like, oh my God, why is there so much blood in this thing? Oh, it's gigantic. Yo, speaking of huge dicks, Josh the Terrible is hanging out. Yo, Josh the Good versus Josh the Terrible. Not versus, but Josh, meet Josh. Let me move this real quick.
Hey, there we go. I'm live, huh? All right.
Hey, what are you smoking, Josh?
Caterpillar. Oh, let's see. We got some Blue Magoo.
Blue Magoo.
All up in it.
Okay.
Mr. Coffee this morning.
Hey, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions, and they're really open-ended. We're gonna approach this like a courtroom because I brought you on so you could just tell me. So you are a long-time participant in the Portland nightlife scene.
Allegedly, yeah, true story.
You show up in the background of a lot of tagged photos all over the place.
Matter of fact,
you could probably speak to the trends and personal habits of your average person that's involved in that kind of scene.
Matter of fact.
Okay. So you've seen a lot of people when they first get into the scene, right? And you're like, oh, look at that noob, right? You can kind of just see it, right? And they're high as shit.
A little bit.
High as shit, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, tell me about this.
Look at that guy. Look, I think my friend ran against him for mayor or something. That's what I remember. Jeremy Sponberg, I think it was.
Fucking, you want free voodoo donuts for that comment?
Yeah, right.
Hold on, man. Yeah, I don't know how I can move this TED picture actually, but yeah, look at that dude, man. Hey guys, I love drum and bass. Yeah, so I just put two and two together, man. I have it on good authority that Ted was seeing this woman like as far back as at least before Halloween.
That's a true story.
Yeah?
Yeah, before Halloween, yeah.
Hey, what do you know? G? Let's swap up real quick.
Oh, we hung out a few times, you know. Hey, there's me. You know, Miss Jen, right? We're talking about the same person.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the person that is dating Ted, right?
Yeah, blasted all over the online last few days. It's
Okay,
all
yeah.
the buzz.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't really. I do a lot of beating around the bush on this show until I don't.
yeah. There we go.
Once the cat's out the bag, it's out the
Pop the
bag.
bush. There's
Yeah,
the
you
bush
got
right
my
there,
balloon,
man.
bro. Okay, spill it. Did you write a song about it?
Yeah, we just the gist. You helped me along here, but I've been super isolated, you know, COVID and everything. Yeah, and she'd been isolated. Then she had like a gig for Halloween. And I was like, this will be the one time I go out, masked up and everything. Then she had a little thing back at her place, you know, so we went back there. A few friends came, and sure, she was DJing, quote unquote DJing. But this is when she spilled the beans about dating the mayor, right? And I was like, the mayor, like Ted Wheeler mayor, the one that everybody hates, the one that's downtown trying to get his head on a platter mayor, that one? It's like, yeah, kind of that one. I'm like, that's probably not going to pan out too well for you. That's probably a bad decision, but like, who am I, right? My name's Josh the Terrible. Like, what do I have to say, right? So, and it was just one night, you know, and we didn't really talk much for a while, but then, remember I came back from Tucson, I stopped in at your spot for a minute, and I was like, oh, I need to get my stuff back from Eugene. So good old Jen, she gives me a ride down to Eugene. We get stuff back from my crazy ex. We have a nice drive down there and back. We talk about all the things under the sun you can imagine. That was number 2. Number 3 was back at the local lounge, and I'm really sorry that I didn't see the local lounge post right after it happened, because I would have attested to, you know, exactly what they were saying happened. It was really disturbing. She was going off on the bar staff, and I'm the queen of this place, wearing my free drinks, and, you know, just acting like she was something like
acting like she was sleeping with the mayor.
I seen a DJ or 3 in this town, and that ain't, you know, she ain't something. She got a long ways to go. But anyway, yeah, then we hung out for a couple of days after that, and you know, she spilled the beans. She told me everything about this whole Ted thing. So they dated for a bunch of months. You know, seems like she kind of figured out that she's second or third side bitch in a row. You know, that she wasn't really nothing too special on the mayor plate. Flavor of the season. You know, COVID times. I don't know. You tell me, right? Like, who am I to say? But anyway, that's that. There's a whole lot more, but you know, there's the gist of it right there. The terrible nutshell.
Holy shit!
Yeah, holy shit, right?
So how high do you think fucking Ted is right here? And in your personal opinion, is he high on coke or Molly?
It's got to be coke. If it's anything like the stuff she was doing, that's the same fucking face right there.
Oh man.
Yeah, girl needs therapy. You know, we all need a little help, right? That's what's up with her. She's a lot of help if she wants to be a DJ. She don't know how to fucking DJ to save her life.
Holy shit, man! The city could have had me as the fucking mayor. Instead, they got
that's exactly right.
Hey, here's the good news, though. This dude has stole so many of my hairstyles that I'm just really happy that this is the one that worked out for him. Because this is nothing. You would not see me in this one, man. This is like, hey, this hairstyle right here is when some chick has you so wrapped around her finger that she just messes up your hair and calls you Teddy. Oh, Teddy.
Right. That's gotta be it.
Oh, that makes me so mad. Damn, our mayor is just a tool getting played by a club DJ. How I mean, I guess maybe they found true love. Maybe they didn't. That's not up to me. And I don't really want to.
That was like a clear, like, you know, move for status. And like, you know, if the mayor were into me, I might fuck him too. I don't know. Who to say? Who can I judge?
Hey, a lot of people think Ted's cute.
Yeah, not my type.
He's not bad. He's better looking than I am.
Debatable.
So, he's no Jules Bailey though. No. The thing I was wanted to think, like, who are you targeting? How is that a career move? Like, she must have thought like she was gonna like marry his ass, right? Because you're not just gonna like get better gigs because you name drop Ted. Like,
right. I like told her on Halloween, like, that's not gonna work out well for you. I don't know what you're thinking. Like, but she wanted me to keep it secret. Like, you can't tell nobody. Secret. I'm like, well, like, it's none of my business.
Ted's
get out of here.
Ted's pickup line was probably, Have you ever played at the Arlene Schnitzer Concert Hall? I actually know Arlene Schnitzer.
Straight out the gate.
I know Arlene Schnitzer. I could probably get you in. Oh my God. Could you imagine showing up at a club and being like, yeah, Ted told me I was on the list? Like, MC Ted Wheeler. Ted's not even my favorite wheeler. Four-wheeler is my favorite wheeler. You know, just a four-wheeler. That's the best. That's the best of all the wheelers.
Now there's one all right, bitch.
Man, you got some music for us?
I mean, I could. I was just like working on some this morning. You know, I got this rock opera thing I've been working on for a while now.
Man, can I just tell you right now, you look like the dude that's hanging around the campfire laughing at my girlfriend's bad jokes, just waiting for me to pass out so you can sing a song that you just wrote for her.
I'm that guy.
I know that guy. Fucking acoustic guitar guy. I see you coming, man. All right. So he was trying to think of shit that rhymes with her name for like an hour while I'm fucking, my eyes are getting heavy. And he's just like,
an hour on that 2 seconds flat.
I do that, but I rap to him because I'm still awake, all coked out. Like, hey, baby, let me rhyme your name with something. Okay, give us a little something, man. We ain't doing shit. Is that cool, Josh?
I'm working on one about the first time I had sex on ecstasy. How about that? It's not quite finished yet.
Do what you like, unless you like gangbanging. Let's see how many brothers leave us hanging.
See, I don't know if you can see it. Okay. I'm getting close. I'm gonna come. Babe, watch your face unless you want some. Oh my God, you just swallowed fun. I think I love you, honey bun. How's that? Tell me the truth. Does anyone ever
Well,
come like I used to?
Yo, G, I only got a couple minutes left, but are you scared that you're like gonna get in trouble by her? Like, is she gonna like, I don't know.
She's
like,
got a crazy streak. We'll see. I guess we'll find out, you know.
I didn't expect you to man, I thought you were gonna show up and we were just gonna beat around the bush for a little bit.
Oh, you know, I've tried that way before, you know, like running venues and doing stuff around town for what, 10, 11, 12 years now. At some point, you're just like, you got to draw a line. It's like if your behavior is super shitty to a lot of people, and that's what we're finding out. It's not just me that she was shitty to. It wasn't just Local Lounge. It wasn't just fucking the Community 10 or whatever else. This is a very consistent pattern, you know. So at some point, some community awareness is appropriate, you know. So the girl needs to get clean, and she needs therapy, and she'll be fine like the rest of us. We all need a little help. That's really all I'm saying about that.
You know, I want to make it very clear. I don't give a shit about a private citizen, right? Like I just don't. That's not the angle that I mean, I understand that the whole story needs to be fleshed out for it to make sense, right? But the accountability part to me lies on a public servant who at one of the most precarious times in the history of the United States is out here making these crazy fucking decisions, like getting a air-conditioned TriMet bus for the fucking Max murderer the week before he murdered those people, right? Or meeting with Joey Gibson, or having the police protect white supremacists, or going and getting tear gas in the middle of a protest. What do you know about that one, G? What do you know about the day that Ted went down to City Hall? I mean, he went down to the Justice Center and got sprayed.
That was around, I think that was around the time we hung out the second time or something. So she had talked about it. I don't remember everything, right? Because we talked about everything under the sun. Mostly exes. Girl won't shut up about exes. She just wants to talk about exes. Please stop talking about exes, right? That's all it really was. But then the whole Ted thing. So I think they were hanging out before he went down there, and then after he got sprayed, she caught up with him the next morning or something to that effect.
Bro, when people first start doing drugs, man, they do crazy shit like make their eyebrows look like Vanilla Ice and start taking apart fucking car stereos and rearranging their furniture and making all these lists of different lists they need to make and not being really productive and being really disconnected from reality, right? Living in kind of this weird world, right?
That's the problem. We share a base reality that we all kind of need to agree on, and her version of reality is pretty distorted, and that's disturbing.
But our mayor is participating in that, right? So when he makes these decisions and when he refuses to capitulate to the demands of the public, you're like, is this dude on fucking drugs?
And I think that's an open question that probably has the evidence right there in front of us.
I mean, shit, yo. Like,
and that's a bigger question, right? Like, this is just a wannabe DJ. This is just, there's a million of those in this town. This is our fucking mayor. This is someone that should be doing the shit, right? So it's a whole different level of expectation that we ought to have.
Okay, look, you guys, I got to get out of here because I've been getting in trouble for running over the hour. It makes it hard for the engineers wherever I send this shit these days. Where can we find you, Josh?
I'm doing a lot of 360 photos and video stuff this day. Right now, it's all going on Instagram. So Josh the Terrible, Josh.the.terrible. You'll find me. I'm going to be moving all my stuff over to YouTube here pretty soon, though, too, doing stuff more like this. So look for me there.
This is the move. Okay, Josh the Good. Where can we find you?
Find me on Twitter at ShutUpStupid13. Go to my YouTube page, Josh Larson. Check out Dying on the Inside. I'll have some new episodes coming up in the next month.
Okay, and remember, we're like completely off Facebook now. So yeah. I don't know. We'll see you on YouTube tomorrow. And thanks to Polythink. Thanks to Josh the Terrible, Josh the Not Terrible, Josh Larson. And thanks to Polythink for giving us the new outro music. This is Champion with Mo Memphis. I love this song. It doesn't really line up anymore with the video, but it still kind of works. All right. Hey, 5,000, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
All day, I was gonna win every day. I was gonna win all day. I was gonna win. I'm a champion, shining like a diamond. Call me Rocky, Muhammad Ali. On your box of Wheaties, Earth Cutter, Air Magazine. Second place, Mike. What you mean? You's a buster. What you mean? Mo Memphis. No thing. Mo Memphis. No three things. Winning. And more winning. I stay